The story of Ruth. In the days when the judges ruled, there was a famine in the land of Judah. A man from Bethlehem named Elimelech took his wife Naomi and their 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion, to the country of Moab to escape the famine. But tragedy struck. Elimelech died, leaving Naomi a widow. Her 2 sons married Moabite women, Orpah and Ruth. They lived in Moab for about 10 years. Then both Mahlon and Chilion died, leaving Naomi without her husband and her 2 sons. With a heavy heart, Naomi decided to return to Bethlehem, for she had heard that Yahuah had visited his people and given them food. She urged her daughters-in-law to stay in Moab and remarry. Orpah kissed Naomi and returned to her people, but Ruth clung to Naomi. Ruth said,
"Entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee. For whither thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy Elohim my Elohim. Where thou diest will I die, and there will I be buried. Yahuah do so to me, and more also, if aught but death part thee and me."
Ruth's loyalty and devotion to Naomi were remarkable. Together, they journeyed back to Bethlehem at the beginning of the barley harvest. When they arrived in Bethlehem, the people recognized Naomi and said, "Is this Naomi?" But Naomi replied,
"Call me not Naomi, call me Mara, for the Almighty hath dealt very bitterly with me. I went out full, and Yahuah hath brought me home again empty."
To support Naomi and herself, Ruth went to glean in the fields. By sublime providence, she found herself working in the field of Boaz, a wealthy and kind man from the family of Elimelech. Boaz noticed Ruth and asked his servant,
"Whose damsel is this?"
The servant replied, "It is the Moabitish damsel that came back with Naomi out of the country of Moab." Boaz approached Ruth and said,
"Hearest thou not, my daughter? Go not to glean in another field, neither go from hence, but abide here fast by my maidens. Let thine eyes be on the field that they do reap, and go thou after them. Have I not charged the young men that they shall not touch thee? And when thou art athirst, go unto the vessels, and drink of that which the young men have drawn."
Ruth, bowing to Boaz, asked,
"Why have I found grace in thine eyes, that thou shouldest take knowledge of me, seeing I am a stranger?"
Boaz replied,
"It hath fully been showed me, all that thou hast done unto thy mother-in-law since the death of thine husband, and how thou hast left thy father and thy mother, and the land of thy nativity, and art come unto a people which thou knewest not heretofore. Yahuah recompense thy work, and a full reward be given thee of Yahuah Elohim of Israel, under whose wings thou art come to trust."
Ruth returned to Naomi, sharing all that had transpired with Boaz. Naomi recognized Boaz as a close relative and a potential kinsman redeemer. Naomi advised Ruth, saying,
"My daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well with thee? Wash thyself therefore, and anoint thee, and put thy raiment upon thee, and get thee down to the floor, but make not thyself known unto the man until he shall have done eating and drinking."
Following Naomi's counsel, Ruth approached Boaz at the threshing floor and lay at his feet. Boaz woke and asked,
"Who art thou?"
Ruth answered,
"I am Ruth thine handmaid. Spread therefore thy skirt over thine handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman."
Boaz replied,
"Blessed be thou of Yahuah, my daughter, for thou hast showed more kindness in the latter end than at the beginning, inasmuch as thou followedst not young men, whether poor or rich. And now, my daughter, fear not. I will do to thee all that thou requirest, for all the city of my people doth know that thou art a virtuous woman."
Boaz took steps to ensure Ruth's redemption. He negotiated with the other kinsman who declined the responsibility. Thus, Boaz redeemed Ruth, and they were married. Ruth and Boaz were blessed with a son named Obed. He would become the grandfather of King David, establishing Ruth in the lineage of Yahushua HaMashiach. Ruth's story is a testament to faithfulness, love, and the sublime providence of Yahuah. Through her journey, we see the unfolding of Yahuah's perfect plan, leading to the ultimate redemption through Yahushua HaMashiach. Shalom.
Shalom. Today we will study the Hebrew word for redeem, which is Gaal. In the Strong's Concordance it is number H1350. It means to redeem, act as kinsman redeemer, avenge, revenge, ransom, do the part of a kinsman. This word conveys the idea of deliverance, protection, and the restoration of rights and property. Here are the modern Hebrew and ancient pictograph letters for Gaal: Gimel, Aleph, and Lamed. Now let's look at each letter and its meaning. Gimel represents a camel, symbolizing movement, carrying, or journey. Aleph represents an ox head, symbolizing strength, power, and leadership. And Lamed represents a shepherd's staff, symbolizing authority or control. When we take a further look into the word Gaal, we find another word within this word, Al, which means mighty one. When we combine the meanings of these letters, we can arrive at these possible interpretations: to be carried by the strong leader with authority, or to be carried by the mighty one, or the journey of the mighty one. A precept to support these possible interpretations can be found in Hosea chapter 13 verse 14. I will ransom them from the power of the grave, I will redeem them from death. O death, I will be thy plagues. O grave, I will be thy destruction. Repentance shall be hid from mine eyes. In this powerful verse, Yahuah declares his intent to ransom and redeem his people from the power of the grave and from death itself by his son Yahushua HaMashiach. The Hebrew word for redeem here is Gaal, emphasizing Yahuah's role as the ultimate redeemer and illustrating the Most High's commitment to delivering his people through Yahushua HaMashiach from the penalty of sin, which is death and the grave. The word Gaal provides great insights into the nature of redemption in the scriptures. It reflects Yahuah's desire to restore, protect, and redeem his people, and points to the ultimate redemption found in Yahushua HaMashiach. As we study this word, let us be reminded of Yahuah's unfailing love and his commitment to our redemption. Shalom. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until the next time. Shalom.